Welcome to Car Coach Reports. This is 4 Minute Friday for the week ending January 4th, 2019. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is what's going on in your automotive world. Happy New Year! Stay right with us. Autonomous vehicles. Well, as we roll into 2019, a lot of people are thinking there's going to be autonomous vehicles on the road. As a matter of fact, that's probably the number one question I get no matter where I am. Well, let's be honest with ourselves. In 2009, Audi was able to produce the first autonomous vehicle that we actually saw working. We also saw Volvo come up with product, and BMW and Mercedes and other manufacturers such as Ford and Nissan. But the fact is, autonomous vehicles are not here. And I have said multiple times the reason for that is the government. And right now, the government has postponed autonomous vehicles and, of course, those rules and regulations. So the next Congress that's coming in, which is January 3rd, they're going to start making some decisions. The biggest issues they're having are issues that might be a concern to you. No steering wheel or pedals. Yeah, I'm not into the amusement ride. I don't know. You can put your comments down below on what your thoughts are about that. In addition, there's a lot of concerns about what makes sense out there because you got insurance regulations, hackers, and the weather. And these are big factors. So while autonomous vehicles may be far, far away, it's important to note, yes, Level 3 is here, which is your blind spot detection, your lane change departure and pushing you back in, tracking your eyes to make sure that you're not falling asleep behind the wheel. Those things are in place. But Level 4 and Level 5, which are really just, fall asleep behind the wheel, shave, put on your makeup, whatever it is, we're far from seeing that coming into reality. And the government's aware of that. And now we're looking at possibly 2025 before we'll see that. I'm always talking about electric vehicles. Well, here's an interesting twist. Apparently, big pickup trucks are starting to park in Tesla parking charging spots. So as a Tesla charger has specific spots, big trucks have decided we're going to park there instead of Teslas. Now, they're not handicapped spots, so it's not like you can get a ticket. What they're really doing is stopping Teslas and other electric vehicles from having the ability to charge. Now, this is causing an interesting situation. And just the other day, I saw someone with a Tesla hooking up a strap to a truck trying to drag it away, which is using up all the rest of their battery power just so that they can charge. I'm wondering, is this something that is going to continue? Are people with internal combustion engines, we call them ICE, are they going to be blocking charging stations? I don't think that's right. I think there's other ways of handling it. If you're unhappy with electric vehicles, don't buy one. But stopping other people from buying one, I don't know. That doesn't really make much sense. But this seems like people are now fighting back against autonomous cars and electric vehicles. An interesting trend starting out 2019. Another interesting factor about electric vehicles is once you hit 200,000 vehicles produced, you no longer get that $7,500 tax credit incentive for consumers. And Tesla has met that number. We all know about that. We've heard that in the news. But you probably didn't know that General Motors has met that number as well. How did they meet that number? Well, they sold the Chevy Volt for a while, and now they're going to stop making that coming in the future. And they also have the Chevy Bolt. Now, they haven't sold as many of those as they'd like, but they did reach that 200,000 threshold, which means it's 2019. And for both companies, that federal tax credit gets cut in half. Interestingly enough, General Motors and Tesla are asking the federal government to extend their federal tax credit, make it unlimited. Well, it looks like the current administration is not going to let that happen. They're looking at eliminating the federal tax credit. And just so you know, an interesting factor, over 80% of the vehicles that are sold to electric car buyers make more than $250,000 a year. And over 90% of those make over $100,000 a year. Well, it's been suggested to me by some other friends that it would be nice if that $7,500 tax credit went to the lower price cars like the Chevy Bolt or the Nissan Leaf to help the average consumer be able to afford vehicles. Typically, that's not happening because it's based on how much you make. Very interesting factors and things that are going to be impacting 2019. This week in automotive history, January 2nd, 1974, President Richard Nixon signs the 55-mile-an-hour national speed limit law. I don't know about you, but I can't drive 55. Not at all. Today, the national speed limit is 65 in some states. Yes, it's even 80 miles an hour. And I love those states like Texas, where you can just open it up and see what your vehicle does. Check out the description below for more information and links. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, our latest video is right up there. If you'd like to know what YouTube suggests, it's right down there. And of course, if you'd like to subscribe, just click right there. We appreciate your likes and follows, and we'll see you next week. Have a good day.